Hello, in this video, we continue to read the book, The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this one, he's saying, money is a drug. Video number 66. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. If you are returning, I appreciate you very much. Please like the video, leave a comment, and also try to come here using notifications, please. Make sure the notifications are turned on. They could be silent, but at least come to the channel directly. Don't use other links. Come directly to the channel. It helps the video. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on here, I show you what I do by schedule. So we split this up. Here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm here daily, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when I do what I'm doing right now, which is reading books, good books. We finished Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now we are doing Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, and that's 9:30 a.m. USA Eastern Time. So please Google 9:30 a.m. US Eastern Time and see the equivalent to where you are, because I know many countries. Appreciate you. So on Thursday, I move on to, I call it Sherifa's free day. I do things. I've been recently driving around and show you USA. Sometimes I interview someone. It's a free day. Something could happen on that day. Then Friday, I come live. General, everyone is welcome. We discuss things that help take life to the next level. Mostly like success habits, something to do with money and business. No, not necessarily a business, but in a general way. But then on Saturday, that's a live. You come live and around the same time, the 9:30 a.m. Sometimes we move it to 10. It's flexible. And then on Saturday, that one is another live, but this one for people interested in business, online business, earning money, affiliate marketing. That one is specific to that. And then Sunday is motivational day. I come with something, I talk about something just to encourage you to make take your life to the next level. Okay, so if any of that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing and click on the bell. I'm asking people, please click on that bell. I know the bell, the notification could be annoying, but it could be on silent. At least you can silence them, but still see them, because I'd like you to please come without me looking for you. So you'll be notified. I mean, that something is happening, but it happened around that time. Now, this video is actually interesting. We are moving now. Robert is moving us. He started a new section. This is part 2 of the book, and he calls it the part 2 of the book, bringing out the best in you. That's what he calls it. And this is chapter 7. And chapter 7 is saying, the name of chapter 7, becoming who you are. So that's what we are starting with. And as we are doing this, I have to reintroduce everything, especially those of you who found us on the journey. See, this is video 66. Let me introduce everything. I'll first of all introduce Robert Kiyosaki. He's the one who wrote this famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a very, very famous book. It's a #1. I think they call it #1 personal development, personal finance book of all time. By the time I last checked, it had sold 5 million copies. And he's very passionate. He has a different style. For those of you, I already recorded 68 videos on this one. For those of you who follow me, by the way, with this book, today is a light topic. I'm not reading much. I'm just reintroducing everything, so we get on. The reading will be very short. So Robert, he wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad, put him on a map. He wrote so many other books. And then after that, he wrote this one, the one we are doing now, the Cashflow Quadrant. And before I explain the quadrant, I have to remind you why he's doing what he's doing. Why should we respect him? Why should we listen to what he's saying? Because he's an entrepreneur, he's an educator, he's an investor. Like everything he's doing, for those of you who've been following, he's giving his own examples. He's sharing his own examples. So that's why we listen. And he believes that the world needs more entrepreneurs, because they will create the jobs, and we all need the jobs, okay? Now, this book is called the Cashflow Quadrant because Robert, he got this concept from his Rich Dad. This book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's about the book is Cashflow Quadrant because of he says that we earn money. Our money comes to us from 4 areas, 4 quadrants. I'll show the image. On the left, you are either an employee receiving a paycheck, or you're a small business owner, or self-employed person, or small business owner, self-employed. And then, or on the right, where he wants us to be, you are a larger business owner, or you are an investor. And he's telling us all these videos. He's showing us the disadvantages of being on the left, the risks of being on the left. So our goal is to move to the right, to become big business owners and investors. We can start slowly when you're on the left, and then we'll keep moving ourselves. Those are the tips. We've been covering a lot actually. So now we come to video number 66. And of course, before I go to 66, I have to remind you that all the rest of them, the ones we finished, put a pinned comment. I have a playlist, I call it Cashflow Quadrant, and it takes you to all of them. Once you play it takes you from number 1. But recently I've been naming them according to the important message in the book. So you can just look at the thumbnail or the title, and it'll show you. You say, if you're not interested, you can skip and go to another one. So pin the comment in the description. It also shows where all of them are. And at the end of this video, when you see financial freedom, that's the same. It's at the end screen. Financial freedom takes you to all of them. If you want, this book audio is free for 1 month. You have to give your name to Amazon Audible, and they give you for 1 month. I have a link in the description, and also a physical book. That one you have to buy from Amazon.com. Link in the description. Now, let's see. What is he saying? He's saying money is a drug. Is that funny? Okay. But before when I pick the message of the reading, sometimes it doesn't come immediately. So I have to remember he's starting a new chapter. So I'll read a little bit on that, and then we'll go to the money is a drug. It says becoming, this is part 2 of the book, bring out the best in you. And then he says chapter 7, becoming who you are. He has a little quote here. The real issue is the changes you must go through and who you become in the process. Who you become in the process. So it's not being homeless that matters. My rich dad used to say, he said, it's about who you are. Keep striving and you become somebody. Quit and you become somebody too, but not the same person. It's like you become somebody when you quit too, like a different kind of person though. Okay, have the subtitle, the changes you go through. And after this paragraph, then we'll go to money is a drug. For those of you contemplating going from job security to financial security, all I can offer you are words of encouragement. For Kim and me, it took being homeless and desperate before I found the courage to move forward. That was our path, but definitely doesn't have to be your path. As I described earlier, there are ready-made systems that can help you cross the bridge to the right of the cash flow quadrant. The real issue is the change you must go through internally and who you become in the process. For some people, the process is easy. For others, the journey is impossible. So what do you choose? The process is either you think it's easy or impossible. Okay, now money is a drug. He writes, Rich Dad always said to Mike and me, Mike, if you know the story in the Rich Dad Poor Dad, that was Rich Daddy's son, and that was Robert's friend, Mike. So Rich Dad always said to Mike and me, money is a drug. The main reason he refused to pay us while we worked for him was because he never wanted us to become addicted to working for money. If you become addicted to money, it's hard to break that addiction. If you remember the story, if you watch the story, Rich Dad Poor Dad, they were complaining about not being paid enough. Then he made them work for free. Zero. Okay. When I called him from California as a grown man to ask him for money, He wasn't about to break a pattern he started with me years ago. Years before, he didn't give us money as kids, and he wasn't about to start now. Instead, he continued to be tough and guide me away from the addiction of working for money. He called money a drug because he observed people who were happy when they had money and upset or moody when they did it. Just as heroin addicts get high when they inject the drug, they also get moody and violent when they don't have it. Be careful of money's addictive power, he often said. Once you get used to receiving it, that addiction keeps you attached to the way you got it. Put another way, if you receive money as an employee, then you get accustomed to that way of acquiring it. If you get used to generating money by being self-employed, it's often difficult to break the attachment to earning money in that way. And if you get used to government handouts, that too is a hard pattern to break. I'm reading the last part. Remember I said it's going to be a short read. The hardest part about moving from left side to the right side, he's talking about the quadrant now, is the attachment you have to the way you are used to earning money, said Rich Dad. It's more than breaking a habit, it's breaking an addiction. That's why he stressed to Mike and me to never work for money. He insisted we learn to create our own systems as a way of acquiring money. That will be the end of number 66 reading. The next one, he's going to go into detail of the patterns and all that stuff. So I decided to stop right there to make it short. So tomorrow we're going to continue in those details. Now, my takeaway for this, what he ended with, the systems. We need those systems. And although according to this book, he talks about systems as like a business, like a larger business of systems and all that, you think of the larger company. Actually, these days we can create our own systems. I just started. I have a little system going online here. And as those of you who are close to me, you see that I'm sharing, you see. I had a smaller system, now I'm trying to make a bigger system. And the way I'm doing that is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, you can create your system online here to earn some money. Soon you'll see me talking more about how you can come and be part of this. Okay? Let's get ourselves from the left to the right, but slowly. You don't have to quit or anything. You just create slowly. As you move on, or you move, then maybe later you can complete the goal. You never know. Things happen. Let's keep at it. Keep it here. Leave a message for me. What do you think? Is money a drug? The way he just described it. Once you get used to the way you get the money, you don't stop. You don't want to stop it that way, that pattern. In fact, he's getting to the pattern in the next video. And then he also talked about like the heroin addict is like addicted. Like when you're used to getting money and the money stops, you feel like you are dying actually. Some people can't even without money, like some cash, they feel sick. What about you? Put a comment for me. Is money a drug? Do you agree? Like I always end them, I say, take very good care of yourself, take very good care of your families, take very good care of your health. Like the video, share the video, take a step to better you. Bye.